Yeah, what's up, family? So basically, man, I just had to come and shed some light because it's a lot of stuff going on in the so-called conscious community. You know what I'm saying? It just looked like it's just chaos and all y'all tornadoes hitting it and all this, right? So I just came to bring the light on the origin behind a lot of this chaos. You dig? And honestly, the origin of a lot of this chaos is me. So a lot of y'all probably don't know what I'm talking about. A lot of y'all like, what is he saying? How is he the reason behind so much of this chaos that's happening in the conscious community? And let me explain. Because see, people that follow my Facebook, they've been following this whole saga since the beginning. The rest of the YouTube world and Instagram world ain't really hip to it. But the people that have been following me on Facebook, which is probably close to 7,000 people in total, right? They all been on point with what's been going on. They've been briefed on it. They watched it from the start to the finish. They watched certain things play out. So I got to put the rest of the world up on what's been happening. So for those who don't know me, I go by the name of Tropakana. People in the spiritual community call me King Brujo. All right. Um, I'm a celebrity spiritual advisor, and I came in through this through the traditions of African spirituality through my grandmother, who was a practitioner of Puerto Rican voodoo. So was her mother and father, and so on and so forth. So I come from a long line of Puerto Rican voodoo through my through my grandmother, through my mother's side. And actually, my mother's father, his mother was a priestess in Santeria. But I chose to walk the path of Puerto Rican voodoo like my mother's mother. All right. And so I grew up in the culture. Now, just so y'all understand that, and as well, the way I became a celebrity spiritual advisor is because I was in the music industry for quite a while. And I was an artist. I had a top Billboard single, the whole nine. You dig? So, let me just share my screen real quick. Anybody who follows, you know, so check it out, right? If you go on my Facebook or my Instagram, excuse me, if you go on my Instagram, this is me, the real Tropicana, King Brujo, right? I was a Billboard charting music artist, a spiritual advisor, an African traditionalist. So y'all see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? This is me, 100. So what I want to say is that's kind of how I came to this point in the journey. So like I said, I'm gonna be pulling a couple receipts up so y'all understand what's going on. And so yeah, that's how I got here. These days, I mostly write music for people in the industry behind the scenes. So a lot of y'all favorite artists, you know what I'm saying? I got content on them, music on them, stuff like that. And through this process, like I said, I met people through the industry and politicians. So a lot of stuff that was happening politically, especially like in my hometown area in New Jersey, I was behind politically and being a spiritual advisor to different people. You dig? And that's kind of how I got to the point I am now where, I live a pretty comfortable life. And I did so many of the things I wanted to do. Now, let's get to this conscious community stuff and what's been going on. So basically, you've been watching what's been happening with young Pharaoh. You've been watching what's happening with Brother Polight, right? And you see these two scenarios have caused a big trigger in the community that it looks like it created a downturn, whatever. And honestly, those two brothers had to catch these spiritual hands. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. And when I say spiritual hands, those that are in the culture, see, because there's a difference between a conscious community and a spiritual community. They're very different. You can be conscious and not be spiritual, and you can be spirit in the spiritual community and not per se be conscious, because the spiritual community is really a traditional cultural community. That's what it is. And I might get deeper into that concept, but just know it's people like me that grew up in these practices, whether it be Ifa, Palo Mayombe, whether it be Haitian voodoo or whatever the case is. That's a culture that we grow up in. You dig? That's a culture that we grow up in. And so as that, some of us might be in them cultures and not necessarily be conscious. We just in the culture. You know what I'm saying? So it's a big difference. All right. So I just had to put that in place to understand. So as I've been watching what's been going on, I came across, because I keep my eyes on different things, and you know, I came across these cats in passing or whatever. And for one, the stuff that goes on a day-to-day in the conscious community that they have going on, where they just think they're Hebrews and Egyptians and stuff like that. I don't know. I know where my ancestors came from direct. Never see, when you in the traditional side of it, the tradition don't break, so you know who you are, where you come from. The conscious community, a lot of them don't really know where they come from. All right, but that's neither here or there. So basically, you know, in passing, you know, I've come across these cats, and with those two particular brothers, there was disrespect on both sides. Now, this is my thing. In general, with these conscious cats, a lot of them put out buffoonery. A lot of them play a lot of games, right? A lot of them do their little scamming stuff. It's too many of that to like keep track on who's doing what and just really police it. Like, in order to police that, the whole spiritual community have to come together and delegate the policing. So me, myself, I see the stuff going on, but I got a lot of other things going on in my life through business ventures or with my own career paths as a celebrity spiritual advisor and as a writer in the music industry, right? So those are two major things that take up. And then on top of that, I'm a family man. Then on top of that, I invest in different stocks and stuff like that. So I'll be full-time, and I don't have time to be policing conscious garbage. But with this situation with Pharaoh and Polight, that was a situation that was different because I had direct contact with them, and it became disrespectful. And see, the thing with these guys is they're so arrogant that they think they can't be touched because they're not used to the spiritual community really being in the conscious community. They used to people just saying Kemet, Hotep, the Most High, Yahshua, all this. They used to that type of stuff. They're not used to the active practitioner right now in Puerto Rican voodoo, like myself, that can go call on a spirit and wreck your life. They're not used to that. So they can talk to people how they feel like they can talk to them. Okay. And so that became the situation between Pharaoh and Brother Polight that took place on Instagram. And then after the disrespect, they blocked me. So that's like a slap at you. This is the equivalent of that. We having a conversation, you get disrespectful, and then you block me. What? That's like we arguing, and then you slap me in my face, shut the door and lock it, and I can't get in. Okay, so now on top of the fact that these two brothers was already putting out misleading information and starting to get to the point of disrespecting Black women and all that, on top of doing that, now you add this on top of it. Oh, bruh, you about to definitely catch these spiritual hands. You about to definitely catch these spiritual hands because I can't get to you. And you playing games. And I can't let that be a thing because people gonna know to respect the traditional spiritual community, people going to learn how to respect us, point blank. And if they don't learn how to respect us, they're going to learn what happened to people like Pharaoh and Brother Polight. And that's what it is. So when this happened, this was back in, I would say, circa the summer of 2020. You dig? So let me share my screen again so y'all understand. So around this time, and the people on my Facebook know, because they was following it, I put out this list. All right. Now, as you see, November 30th, 2020, I put this post on Facebook. And on this post, look what I said: list of notable conscious people that have me blocked. Number 1 was Brother Polight. Number 2 was Young Pharaoh, Nature Boy, and the Pasha Da of Sinetta TV. And now, and that's the thing. And look what I said. Guess I'm too raw to be in the conscious community. And I always tag King Brujo on a lot of my stuff. So as you can see right here, look, family, it's right here in your face. I'm not making this up. This is what took place. And, you know, I'm not even going to get into the Pasha Da right now, because you see even Sinetta catching hell. Even Sa's catching hell. Because see, when you hit, and this is what my father always taught me. You know, when you slap the biggest monkey, the rest fall in line. And because of the connection of Polight to Sinetta ended up to be caught up in that casualty with that, and he ended up catching that hell, right? So mind you, there's still more people on this list. If y'all want to play games, I can run through this list. Don't play with me. I'll run through this list. You dig? Let's start there. Don't play with me. I will run through the rest of that list. I'm not playing no games with nobody. The spiritual community we in here, y'all gonna respect us. Yeah, that's it. Y'all can hotep it all you want and kemet. Okay, that was 6,000 years ago. This is right now. Don't play the games with us, because we not for it, okay? And we not conscious like how y'all think conscious. So all of us in the spiritual community, we don't even care for you to think that we righteous. Some of us only do chaos. Some of us only here to raise hell. Some of us only here to you pay us money like a bokor and we come and run through you. That's it. So understand that y'all gonna respect, and I made that known. I'll run through that whole list, dog. Now you already see what's happening with Brother Polight, with the molestation and all that. Now, the type of work I did, it was really an exposing. So I went to certain spirits that I know are good for revealing truth, and I put that on Front Street. And so now you see all the stuff that was hidden from y'all is now in your face, to the point that it's national. Y'all didn't see these parts of these people. See, I already knew these parts was there, because before I wreck something, I do readings on it. So I know what's going on. You dig what I'm saying? I know exactly what type of stuff is happening in your life. And that's when I know what to attack and how to do that. I already knew what was happening. The type of stuff Brother Polight was in through the spirits. And I put it on Front Street for the world to see it through the spirits. You dig what I'm saying? That's what that is. Anybody who knows about this stuff know exactly what I'm saying. You don't just attack a target. You do readings and see what's happening in their life. What's going on? How can I find what crease is there what's the easiest point to shatter them? You know that through readings and stuff. Because anything else is just like a blind attack. Well, I can send a missile, but they might not be there, right? I can come through and air out the crib, but they might not be in the crib, right? So because of that, I understand, let me get the intel on it. Let me see what's happening in your life and then crack it. You see what I'm saying? And let that water seep in that crack and split it open. And that's what y'all watch. That's what y'all watching. Now, to show y'all it's not a game. And as you see with young Pharaoh, what he going through, right? So young Pharaoh, he to the point he going crazy. Okay. He going to the point where he going crazy. This is what happens in this work. And to show y'all it's not a game with what I'm saying as far as spiritually, look what his own baby mother Golden had to say, right? Look what Golden, this is Golden Beauty. She put this up on her YouTube when the stuff started kicking off. Listen, she says, IDK, look in the red circle. Y'all can freeze this video at this part later to read the whole message, but for the sake of time, I'm gonna just go over what she said. IDK, what's going on with you, or what spirit is inside of you, you look very dark. You literally look like you have a dark spirit within you. Now, Golden ain't the only one that realized this, because if you go on his page, you will see a lot of people commenting that I think he's being possessed. I think he's under possession. It's a dark spirit. Yes, it is a dark spirit. I'm that dark spirit. I sent it there. Yes, it is. I sent it. Right. Because when I cross somebody out, I cross them out. So if you notice, look, even the way that everything started to fall apart. Right. So look, I look what she said. I honestly wish you get help. And please leave me and the kids you never wanted alone. Look what she's telling him. Yeah, she said it. IDK, what's going on with you, or what spirit is inside of you? I just told y'all, and I showed y'all the receipt. You look very dark. You literally look like you have a dark spirit within you. He does. He does. Because you don't play games with the spiritualists in the spiritual community, because we're not here to play with you. We're not here to play games with people. Y'all going to respect us. We don't bother nobody. See, that's the thing. We don't bother anybody, but people come looking for it. And then they catch these spiritual hands and they want to cry foul. Nah, you foul. So understand this. Look what she said. And look at how that situation played out. First, you remember he put a video up. Remember, he disrespected me. He metaphorically slaps me and then slams the door. That's the equivalent of you cuss me on social media and block me, right? So guess what happened? His bank account got freeze with Bank of America. He put the video up. His bank account got froze with Bank of America, right? Damn, he couldn't move his money. Then before that, his main YouTube channel got deleted. I forgot that part. His main channel got deleted. Yeah, you wanna disrespect me and block me after that? Bet. No more YouTube. No more main channel. How about that? Remember, he started going through all that stuff. He got canceled off the CPAC show, the CPAC speaking with Trump and them. They took him off, and then they came down on him real hard, right? All this started happening around the time that, that work took place and the disrespect took place. It's all around that frame. Go back and look. He got canceled off the CPAC. From there, he got blackballed. His YouTube got taken down. Now his Instagrams keep getting taken down. Every time his main Instagram that had like 300,000 followers, gone, right? Then he built another one, gone. His Instagrams kept getting taken down. He just happened again within this last week. Another Instagram, gone, taken down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because you're not going to play them games, bro. And then on top of that, you see you going crazy. So at the end of the day, family, this is the reason behind the chaos. And it'll be a lot more chaos if people continue with disrespect. It'll be a lot more chaos if we don't learn how to, Lil Wayne said it best. I walk light so I don't piss the ground off. Yes. That's how it has to be. You got to walk light in the world. You have to walk light on the soil under your feet. Because if that ground get pissed off, you will get an earthquake that split the whole land. You will get an earthquake that split your house in half. If you don't walk light on that beach, you could get a tsunami that shatter that whole coast. You dig? You don't walk light on that beach, you'll get a monsoon that come off of them waters that'll shatter that whole state. Let's understand the basic principles, because these people are preaching these ancient principles, but they're not living by them because they're going through life being disrespectful. You understand? They're going through life being disrespectful. They're not walking light. They pissing the ground off with every step. And one of them steps, you just so happen to step on somebody that was a real practitioner and that wasn't trying to play no games with you because they had time today. Because when that was happening, I looked at my watch and had time today. You dig? I looked at my watch and had time today. And I crossed the line that day. Yes, I did. I did. I did. So understand that this is not a game, y'all. This is not a game. This spiritual stuff is nothing to play with. You will get bodied in this. And it'll be, see, people don't understand, man. In this world that we live in, I'm talking about the spiritual side, there's things that are worse than death. It is. Death is peace. It's things that's worse that can trap you into hell. You know what I'm saying? It's things that trust me. Ask these people. Ask Brother Polight's spiritual father, Dr. York, who's stuck in prison forever because of the heinous crimes he did. Right? Ask these people. There's things worse. Life can get so bad that you will beg to die. Life can get so bad that you can beg to die. And that's what people got to realize about this. This shit is not a game, yo. So with that being said, now y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know where it came from. It's not no secret. I do this. This is what I do. And for the people that want, more information, you can follow my YouTube channel. You can follow my Instagram. You can follow my Facebook. And, I got mentorships coming up for people that want to learn deeper into indigenous practices and stuff like that. So all that is here. So that's what it is, family. At the end of the day, we gonna put some separation in here. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put some separation in here. We're gonna look at who's who and who's not what. And that's how it gotta be from here on out. We can't play no games with people. You did, we can't play no games with people. You in the spiritual community, don't let these cats be disrespectful to you. You in the spiritual community, and somebody gotta catch these spiritual hands, give the karma to the crossroad and let them catch you. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what it's talking about. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm King Brujo. I'm out.